What's going on, people? I'm back with another live stream. Salute to everybody that's tuning in. We're going to talk about this controversy with Kim K. Kim K has been doing some good work as far as helping blacks, getting out of prison, because she aspires to be a lawyer like her father, but there are black people who are taking her to task for taking too much credit. They feel like she hasn't done anything. So make sure y'all like the stream as you come in. I'm going to play these instrumentals, and I'm going to come back with my commentary, all right?
Perfect.
What's good, chat room? Make sure y'all like the stream and make sure I get this microphone, settled. Hold on, that's me getting the microphone settled. But what's going on, people? Back with another live stream. It's your host, JDBlack. Make sure y'all like the stream as you come in. We need to get those likes up. Don't just eye hustle. Hold on, I'm saying this. I know some people who watch this don't like me. I don't know why you watch me, but make sure that you like the stream. Or if you're new to the channel, say something in the chat room. Okay, I won't know that you subscribe unless you tell me. So if you are new, make sure that you shout yourself out in the chat room. Like the stream. And if you've been here before, you already know the routine. We ain't even got to go into it. You should already know the routine. Okay? So let me go ahead and shout out people who are already here. All right? La Original, Mike Powell, Joseph Nero, Renee, Vernon, Gemini Marie N, Time Bandit Casey, Bella Keys, as I said, Deshane, 757, Mr. Demigod William, B Friends Keith, Spirit, Miranda, Willie, Vern, David, Young Jaye, Saliva, what is good, people? We're going to talk about Kim K and the controversy of her. Okay, cool. Just saying you liked it. Okay, cool. We're going to talk about Kim K getting some flack for they feel taking credit, even though I don't necessarily think that she's been taking credit. I just think that whenever you're Kim Kardashian and you put your name to something, people are going to basically say, hey, this is Kim K doing this. And we all know Kim K isn't doing this by herself. We know that people are helping her do this. She's not a lawyer. She's studying to be one, but she's helping out other people. But of course, you have people who don't like Kim Kardashian and they feel a certain type of way about her. And I'm going to read to you this Ebony article that highlights that. They want to highlight the black attorneys who are doing this, but y'all got to understand those attorneys have to get paid. Somebody has to fund them. The government, I don't believe so, is doing so, But we're going to get into that. Make sure y'all like the stream. I want to say this before I get started, because y'all know I have to do my ranting, okay? I want to know from the people listening, okay? No, Kim K's studying to be a lawyer. She's not one. That's a shame. But I want to know from you dudes who comment on my videos. Why do you comment on posts when you claim that you don't care? I've seen black men today comment on posts saying that they don't care, but you comment. So that lets me know that you do care. I just want, it was on the, it was on the post that I put up about Loquisha, the independent film. And I had brothers, surprisingly, that were kind of upset, I guess, that I posted about it, And of course you're going to have your typical hurt female, But I just want to know from some of you guys, because, y'all got to understand, I've been looking at comments for almost over 4 years now. I can read between the lines. I can see when you're trying to, shout out to Vern, says Kim K is doing more than pro-wax. This seems like it, doing a lot more than some of these pro-wax. But what I want to know is this. I can tell that you're indirectly upset that I'm speaking on that topic, because maybe you want to bury certain topics because you don't want to see the truth. You know? Because you don't want to see the truth. And that is why these women are able to run game on some of you guys, because y'all are easy to, pull and manipulate into different directions. It's easy for women to do that to you. But then you cry and complain about how these women are using and manipulating you. But I can see when you get disgruntled when I post certain things. But you act like you're about the red pill and you want to talk about female nature. No, you don't. No, you don't. You're not really getting what I'm saying. So that is why when I post certain things, I already know what you're going to react to. You got guys who claim that they're about speaking on female nature and calling out women's BS, but you're indirectly defending them. You don't want to see anything bad said about them. If you have an issue with something I post, you don't have to tell me about it. You don't have to continue to write it in the comment sections. We get it. Okay? We get it. You don't like what I'm posting. You feel some type of way, even though you're supposed to be a man. You're not supposed to be as emotional as women are. But I've noticed that some of you guys are just as emotional as women. But then you be in the comment section going off on women about how they have shortcomings. But then you're quick to want to dismiss me, clearly pointing out a double standard that involves them. Some of y'all ain't as red pill as you think you are. Now, I know that there are people out there misusing, who are misusing the term red pill. I've seen a lot of that. I've seen a lot of people misuse that term, which is why I try not to use it that much, because y'all have ran it into the ground. Not y'all, but certain people, they've ran into the ground. Some of you are red pill until, you're around women, then we see you for who you really are. We see you for who you really are, I gotta take the time to really sit down and analyze people and their behaviors and their patterns and see that it's not as consistent as they want it to be. Like the stream, people. We're gonna talk about Kim K. I have no issue with Kim K wanting to help free black men and black women. And I don't understand the controversy. She's helping them. Apparently, she is probably funding them. So it should be a situation, though, we should focus on the most important thing, and that is getting black people out of jail. That should be the most important thing. Not on, her reputation with black people, because if there's any way that Kim Kardashian can redeem herself in the eyes of black people, it's actually going out there and doing what other black people are refusing to do. And there are other black people who will not go to these prisons, who will not go to these jails to try to free these brothers and sisters. But they will be ready to go to Africa and put on a dashiki and talk about how much they love the motherland. Salute to everybody that's coming into the chat. Make sure y'all like the stream. They all about going to Africa, but they will not go to these prisons and these jails to try to free these black men and women. That is what I'm saying. This is why when people come to me, with this whole, who's more pro-black and who, listen, I'm looking at the results, and the results say that Kim Kardashian is doing more than a lot of these so-called pro-blacks, especially on social media. She's actually getting a group of lawyers together funding them, giving them the media spotlight to help the situation. She's actually doing something to help better the situation with black people, reuniting black families. Whether she physically doing the paperwork or not. It's not like she's, going out and trying to sell t-shirts and clothing line off of what's going on in the, with black women. Okay, cool, Tech Nerd, appreciate it. But y'all have to look at the results. You may not like Kim Kardashian, but she's getting results. Can you say the same for the Angela Rye's out there? Angela Rye could be doing the same thing Kim Kardashian is doing. You know why she's not doing it? Because she's a paid shill. She's a mouthpiece. She's bought off. She's there to talk against Donald Trump. She's there to defend liberal ideology. That is her job. She's there to defend, your right. No, right. She's there to defend the DNC. She's there to, women like her and men like her too. They're there to keep you on the plantation. They're not even trying to get nobody out of jail. Nobody. So I'm looking at the results. I'm the type of person, I can set aside my differences with somebody and really look towards what they're doing. Okay? Shout out to Take, man. Only fake ass who hasn't took an L as Dashing. As Dashing is a name. We got a lot of black mouthpieces that ain't doing nothing, people. They're there to be on CNN and they're there to support Donald Trump. But we have to look at the results, people. They're not getting results. Those people are there to keep you on the plantation. They don't care nothing about black men and black women incarcerated. They really don't care. They really don't. So we're going to look at this article from Ebony, because Ebony is speaking on it. This is one of the only few one I can find, but because it's a black publication, I want to use it. And it talks about the black attorney responsible for freeing 17 inmates clarifies Kim K's role. Okay. Brittany K. Hold on. I think her name is... no. Read something else. According to several news outlets, Kim Kardashian West has played a pivotal role in the release of 17 prison inmates within the past 3 months. Although she undoubtedly contributed to their causes, attorney Brittany K. Barnett wants to set the record straight, saying she and another black attorney who have been working in the prison. It's always somebody calling right in the middle of when I'm streaming. Anyway. Attorney Brittany K. Barnett wants to set the record straight, saying she and another black attorney who have been working in the prison reform space for years are truly responsible for their release. I want to know something. How come we've never heard about these women before? How come these women haven't gotten promoted by the black, the pro-black establishment on social media? Y'all know who they are. Why haven't those people been promoting these black attorneys? Why is it that we just now hearing about this particular female? Why are we just not hearing about this? It took Kim Kardashian for us to know who this woman is. Now we want to give this woman praise. But none of these mouthpieces have said anything about her. Let's see. Barnett took to Facebook to clear the air, saying she and fellow attorney My Angel Cody established the Buried Alive Project years ago. The reality star began working with the organization after several foundations refused to help fund the program, which Barnett appreciates. There you go. Your own people didn't even want to fund your organization, but Black Lives Matter can get funding. But nobody wants to fund these sisters trying to get other black people out of jail. Ain't that a shame that it took Kim Kardashian to do this? It took Kim Kardashian to do this for them to get things going. That is sad. So I don't want to hear nothing from these lamestream black liberals about how much they love black people when you had two black women who could barely get funding for their organization. They could barely get funding for organization. But we supposed to think that the pro-black establishment cares about incarcerated blacks. Now, I can tell you this, though, from Kim K's perspective. She is coming in as sort of like the rich, the rich sort of financial savior in this situation. I understand that's how people are going to look at it. But these women couldn't get funding nowhere else. Now, who would you rather get funding from? George Soros or Kim Kardashian? Just think about that. Just think about that. Who would you rather get funding from? Because one of those come with a very big catch. Kim linked arms with us to support us when foundations turned us down. We and our clients and their families have a lot of love for her and are deeply grateful for her, regardless of who helped fund us for the past 3 months. In 90 days, two black lawyers freed 17 people from life without parole sentences, the second most severe penalty permitted by law in America. Only 2 of us. The attorney continued, prosecutors opposed nearly every single case we had. We litigated our asses off in federal courts across the country. We won downward departures in most of our cases. Due to good lawyering, people set to die in prison are now free. Our work in 90 days is historic. So what's bad about that again? What's going on, L? What's bad about that again? I don't see anything wrong with that. Because listen, they had to turn to Kim Kardashian because they could not get funding from anybody else. They couldn't get funding from anybody else. Why are people upset about this? Black people weren't funding them like that. They were struggling. They probably would have had to close up their operations if they couldn't get funding. You don't think that they had to sit and think about accepting Kim Kardashian's offer? Because these women knew that once Kim Kardashian got attached to this program, she was going to get a lot of praise from the media because people know her, but they don't know them and their organization. So we have to really look at these situations and understand that, these people aren't getting funding. They're not getting funding from the government. Their funding comes from people, organizations that they work with, they partner up with. You know what I'm saying? Nobody was partnering up with them. So they had to get the funding somewhere. It may have been an easy decision for them. It may have been a difficult decision for them. But they made a decision. And they feel like that decision paid off. Barnett is sure not to blame Kardashian for being misrepresented. as more involved, believing the media is responsible for spinning the truth. Kim has always been very clear in her role. It's the media that spins it around, not Kim. We do not care how the media is portraying it. That's what the media does. Who cares? We need Kim's support and the support of anyone else who wants to join this fight. We love that she is using her platform to raise awareness. We ain't trying to be famous. We trying to get our people free, period. And that is according to Ebony magazine. So basically, she's cool with Kim K being on board. She seems like she has zero regrets. But of course, people are going to feel some type of way about this. I mean, it is what it is. They wouldn't be able to do the work they're doing without funding. And the people who have the biggest gripe with this ain't going into their pockets or their purses to give this organization a dime. So we really have to look at that. We really have to look at that, man. These women did what they thought was best for the organization. And what was best for the organization was to bring Kim Kardashian along to help them. And they say Kim has her role in the organization, and her role is basically to fund it and to promote. It's not that she's actually doing the paperwork. She's going to these courtrooms. That's not what she's doing. Anybody with a brain understands this. But trust and believe, because she's funding it and promoting it, she's going to get credit. Unfortunately, for certain people, that's just how the world works. That's how the world works, people. What's going on, Naima? All right. All right. Shout out to everybody else that's coming in. Make sure y'all like the stream. But let's see. I may just open up the phone line that y'all call in and speak on this. But I'm telling y'all right now, man, an organization rises and falls based off of if they can get the proper funding or not. And if they can't get proper funding, they don't work, people. They don't work. But these women seem like their hearts in the right place, They say they want to help black people. They're not just getting funding and not doing nothing with the money. It is expensive to go back and forth to court. These are lawyers. They trying to make money too. But yeah, from what I understand, Kim Kardashian is studying to be a lawyer. Just like her father. But we will see if she continues because, law school is very difficult. It's not easy. But I'm pretty sure she'll have all types of tutors and, people helping her. But it would be interesting, to see her as a lawyer. You know what I'm saying? Would she be doing pro bono? Would she be a defense attorney? Would she be a lawyer who's an ambulance chaser? Would she be chasing lawsuits? Be a lawsuit lawyer? Salute to everybody. Hold on, I'm gonna put this number in the chat. Y'all call in, man. Said all I need to say on the topic. Y'all can call in. But yeah, law school is no joke, man. There we go. Keep the phone calls short, people. If you want to be respectful to anybody else that may call in. If there's anybody who's studying to be a lawyer, you can call in and give us your perspective on it. But we can definitely get the conversation going. But make sure y'all like the stream. I'm going to keep saying it. Just so y'all know, everybody who's watching, All right. Hold on. All right, you're live.
Yeah, JDBTv.
Hold on. Yeah, you there? That's fucking cord. Yeah, you there?
Yeah, it's me. Yeah, I'm here.
All right.
You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, it's me, Saliva. I just,
All right.
Again, I'm at work again for the second night in the world, so I'm gonna keep it real short.
All right.
I just want to say, like, yo, like, you hit it on the button. Like, these two black girls tried to do something good. Nobody black tried to help them.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody. Kim K came. She helped them. She funded them. She, she did a good act. You know what I'm saying? And people, you got people who's unappreciative.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I am getting tired of a lot of these pro-blacks. They talk about how white supremacy, white people are holding us down, white people are doing everything in our neighborhoods, white people are the reason why our neighborhoods is the way it is, which is not necessarily all the way true. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And they don't want to do nothing for these girls. I mean, come on. Like, nobody knew about these two girls?
Right. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody knew about these.
Yeah. But they probably knew, probably didn't care.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And like, that's all I just wanted to say. I'm like, yo, I'm getting a little tired of these pro-blacks. They talk about white supremacy, all this, but they don't want to do nothing to help nobody. All they want to do is just talk.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to help their community. They just want to blame every single thing on the white man, and that's it. Oh, let's just blame the white man for every single thing that just goes on, and that's all we have to do. We don't have to help fund nothing. We don't have. You got all these people, T.I. You know what I'm saying? You got T.I. who runs his mouth all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You have 50 Cent. You got these rappers. You got these other black celebrities, Oprah Winfrey and all of them, who run their mouths. But yet, Kim Kardashian is the only one who funded these two girls.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So yeah, that's basically all I just wanted to say.
Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate you calling in, bro.
All right, man. Thanks, and looking forward to calling you again.
All right. Thanks, man. All right.
All right, bro.
Bye. All right. There was a caller calling in. You call back in, caller, if you. Cause yeah, as soon as one call in, other people call in. That's how it be. Yeah, some of these guys are only interested in getting like likes and like shares on social media, so they will say whatever they feel like is gonna get the most people on their side, and going viral by, proclaiming yourself to be pro-black is how they do it. That's how they do it. That's why you have to be more realistic when you deal with certain ideologies out here. A lot of people want to be fake and fraudulent instead of real, because when they're confronted with the opportunity to help their own, they don't, And that's why these people are hypocrites. That's why I tell you, that's why I don't speak on, black, pro-blackness and the black community, because I know there's a lot of hypocrites out there. And these people get mad at you because you're not, a misinformationer, so to speak. It's a new word I made up. But you're not a spreader of misinformation. Miranda, I see what you mean. Yeah, I don't appreciate the name call in the chat. No name call in the chat, man. We don't need arguing. We want solutions. I want y'all focusing on the topics, not name calling. So I got the chat under control, Miranda. The calls is on, y'all. The call line is open. If nobody call in, I'll say in the next 5 minutes I'll close it down. There was somebody that was calling in, and now I guess they're not calling in. You're live with Jada Black. What's going on? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, what's going on, man?
Hey, what's going on? Just to chime my 2 cents in, man. Like, that last caller was right on point, and everything exactly what you were saying was going on is absolutely true, because you referenced the Ebony article, and that was the article I read, and a couple of others where, it's a damn shame that a black magazine has to talk about how Kim K, a non-black individual, helped out 2 sisters free out brothers.
Yeah.
And these same black women will go on to say they love their black men and everything, but these 2 sisters, who knows what these 2 sisters had to do to attempt to get funding? They probably did door to door, probably tried to call up all sorts of people, but nobody gave these sisters a chance. But now that the one individual whose family they say is taking all the black men coming in to help these same black men, Kim put her money where her mouth was.
Yeah.
And none of these sisters didn't like it.
Yeah, that's what it's looking like, because it's like y'all had a chance to fund them and y'all didn't, and y'all mad at Kim K, because the media's already going to put her name in front of it, because they know her, but they don't know those females, so they're gonna have her on the forefront of this situation. And
exactly, that's true. I mean, it's all a media ploy, Malcolm X once said, that the one who controls the media controls the masses. And I mentioned in the group chat earlier that like the female said, that you put Kim K's name attached to it, everyone's going to perceive it a certain way, and the media they guessed exactly right. They got all the black people riled up saying, making it seem like Kim K's taking all the credit. Well, how about this? Would these same people that are part of the Beehive and all this other foolishness or whatever, would they say the same thing if it was Beyonce's face slapped on it?
Yeah. No, they'd be praising it, They'd be like, forget the lawyers, Queen Bey.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly, man. And only other last point on it is I'm just tired of our people not supporting our people while they're alive. I just got to touch on Nipsey real quick. It's like, because I saw an article the other day where it's somewhat tied to this when it comes to black support, but they say that Nipsey's company made like $10 or $11 million posthumous, and it's like, why can't we do the same thing while we're alive? Like, let's say, for example, these 2 sisters. Yeah. Let's say, God forbid, something happened to these sisters. All of a sudden, let's say Kim K or somebody else hears about it, they create a foundation after them and everything. Now all of a sudden people want to put their money into it, but these sisters were alive. Y'all didn't do anything then.
Yeah, and that's why it's important for us to be able to acknowledge the people who are helping us, to instead of just going in circles and blaming other people.
Exactly. But I do want to put in my 2 cents and just tell people overall, just try their best to absolve Kim K's past. Just focus on what she's doing now. She's doing what most of y'all are not.
Right. Okay, cool. Well, I appreciate the call, bro.
All right, man. Appreciate it.
All right, thanks, man. All right, it's a good call. Yeah, man. I mean, listen, man. Them women said they couldn't find people to fund them. They really couldn't. And they probably themselves was hoping that other black people would be able to do those things. But I will tell you what, I will say this though. That doesn't mean that they didn't get funding. It just means that people weren't there to help. All right, you're live with Jada Black. What's going on?
Hey, what's going on, Jay? How you doing, buddy?
Yo, what's good, man?
Good. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, but it won't take too long. About this situation, the thing about Black Rebel, it's just that they live by the titles, but they're not really helping their own people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you can't get mad at Kim Kardashian because she did something they didn't do. Because either you want to help them to boost your egos up, to make yourself look better, or whatever the reason, but it's not positive reason. So, no sympathy, hey, you can't get mad at Kim Kardashian because she did what she had to do.
Yeah, she's trying to make a name for herself as far as, in the legal world, seems like. And this was an opportunity for her to do that, whether people agree with it or not. But it benefited a bigger goal. Sometimes you have to make deals. You got to come to the middle to get things accomplished. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it's sad that they were upset because they feel like Kim Kardashian took the spotlight. Like, they're the ones supposed to help their people, but end of the day, they didn't do a damn thing.
Yeah.
And that's the sad part.
Yeah, it is. That's very sad.
That's why, as a black community, he really want to, overall, he want to have improvement. Unity is the key. You got to have to get your stuff together. I don't want to extend this conversation any longer, but
Okay. Well, I appreciate.
Yeah, but anyway, appreciate it, man. Like always, keep up the good work, buddy.
All right, thanks, man. All righty.
Yep.
All right, shout out to brother who calling in. The opportunities are there, people. I mean, there are probably social media sites, not social media, there are probably social media accounts that are about, advocacy for people who are locked up and trying to get them out. They're probably everywhere. You can Google them, you can look them up on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram. They're there. And people just don't do it. They're too busy trying to argue with people, troll people, complain, when you could be out there helping your own. All right, take man. You live with Jada Black. What's good?
Hey man, this is Albert.
What's going on, Albert?
Hey, how you doing? I'm not gonna take too long because I know you probably got other people online, but I just want to say because I know how what those two black women were going through by not trying to find help. Because I used to be I'm not used to it, but I'm part-time. I do, financial services. And so, what I found very difficult is, trying to get into the black market because, for some reason, they just don't trust you when it comes to business. And, growing up in a neighborhood that I grew up in, I've heard, plenty of black people saying, don't do business with other black people. I've heard that.
Yeah.
And, I think it doesn't really, and yet those are the same people that, try to do Black Lives Matter and talk about the white people, which in turn you're still doing business with them, which makes no sense.
Because see, that's...
I can't, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, there's a lot of different cultures, man. They come together to make money. They may not like each other,
right.
They may not agree with each other, but they can come together and make deals.
Right. And I just feel like, and then just like the other caller said, we need unity in order for us to move forward. We're never going to move forward if we don't try to trust each other. And I can understand why we don't trust each other because we sometimes screw each other also. So that's another conundrum we gotta go through. But I feel like if you're trying to do something good and you can't get help from your people, hell, you gotta get help from somewhere.
Yeah, you do. Gotta get it somewhere.
Right. So that's all I just come in to say.
Okay, cool. Well, I appreciate the call, Albert.
All right, take care.
All right, you too, man. Shout out to Albert. Might be Albert's first call. Albert, was that your first call? I think that was your first call, bro. Yeah, man. Listen, man. If there's one thing I've learned from seeing what different cultures and how they operate, man, they're all about negotiating, man. They may not like each other, but they can come to compromises that can benefit both. That's how the world works, people. Black people have this notion that we should only help each other and we should only deal with each other and we shouldn't deal with anybody else. That is a stupid notion. No one has anybody ever done that. Seriously. Has anybody ever just dealt with their own? that doesn't work, people. You're gonna have to work with other people of other ethnicities to get certain goals accomplished. Oh, you did, Albert? Okay. That's just how it is. Don't mean that you need to always compromise, but on certain things you're gonna need help. That's a part of showing strength. Strength in negotiating, having something to trade. If you don't have anything to trade or contribute, nobody's gonna deal with you. That's how people deal with black people from a position. We always deal with people from a position of weakness. This is why the media, clowns us. Hollywood clowns us. This is why we're treated the way that we're treated, because we were sitting in a position of weakness instead of a position of strength. They would never do and say the things they say to like Jude. You're live with Jada Black. What's going on? What's good?
Yeah. This is Rod.
Oh,
my name is Rod.
Rod?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's good, man? What's going on?
Yeah, I was going to say, you might, she was talking about Kim K. That's good that she's, contributing and stuff. I appreciate that. That's good,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because, like you said, a lot of people, they talk, they don't want to do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But I know that you was asking about Kim K as far as education, knowledge and stuff, but because, I don't know if you noticed or not, but she's not going to regular school like a normal law student. She's doing that online.
My online courses.
Yeah, it's online, all online.
She's
not going to a regular.
Yeah, I mean, I would.
Going to a regular school.
Yeah, I would expect that.
A normal person, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I would expect that, because she's all over the place. So I would expect her to be doing it, online and not being in the classroom.
Right. See, in California, you can do that. I guess California is about the only state that you can actually get a law degree online.
Yeah, that state is devoted to building lawyers. So I think that's like one of the main ways a lot of people are going is being lawyers in California, because there's lawyers are everywhere, man. So a lot of people are going through law school. Yeah. Especially in California. It's a lot of money to be made. It's a lot of money to be made in California as a lawyer.
Yeah, exactly. But, because they had this one black lady lawyer on the Breakfast Club, and she was talking about that Kim Kardashian is a lawyer. She was saying that she's not going to she's not going to school like a normal law student. She's going to the online thing. She said that she's taking a shortcut. And the lady was saying there ain't no shortcut. You gotta go to school. That's the best way to do it. That's what she was saying. But she said in California they can do that.
Yeah.
So, but bottom line is she's helping though. She's helping. So that's a good thing.
Yeah,
so,
I think her
money. I
money.
just want to give you that.
Yeah, go ahead.
I just want to give you that knowledge, man, because I know you didn't know about as far as her being a lawyer. You didn't. I didn't know if you knew that or not.
Yeah. Well, you just told me, so it's cool.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know, but because you were saying that she was going to law school and stuff, and
I said she was studying law. I said she was studying law. Not like in law school. I said she was studying it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but anyway, I just want to let you know about that.
Yeah.
All right,
okay.
I'll let you get to some of these other calls. All right.
All right, man. Well, thanks for calling in, bro.
Okay. Bye.
All right. Bye. Shout out to the brother. Let me know that in California they do the online schooling for lawyers, because there's a lot of money to be made, especially in California, being a lawyer. Miranda, why don't you call in, Miranda? You can hear a different perspective. Whether you agree or disagree with what Kim K is doing, or anybody else who disagrees with what Kim Kardashian is doing, you're welcome to call in. The lines are open for you to call in and really speak on this. You know, Kim Kardashian, she's trying to change her image slowly. You know, she's trying to change her image. I think she wants a legacy, not to just be her legacy to be a sex tape. I think she wants to, you know, change her life story, so to speak. You know, she wants to go into a direction of helping people. You know, it's all about legacy, people. People care about their legacy. You know, say whatever we want about this person, but they actually care about their legacies, certain people. You know, and I think that she wants to change her perception. You know, there are people who may not like Kim Kardashian. She wants to change that perception. She wants you to actually, you know, like her to a certain extent, you know? I mean, when you have money and you have a following, you can do those things, unfortunately. You can change, you can rewrite your life, even though people remember, you know, the internet remembers, we all remember, but people want to be able to change the narratives, you know? People want to change things. Not saying that she can, but she wants to change how people feel about her. I don't know if she's going to be able to do it, but she wants to change how people perceive her, you know? And I don't dislike Kim. I know there are people who don't like her, but I mean that's them. You know, I don't dislike anybody. There's people who I don't fuck with or who I think are idiots, but I don't dislike anybody, you know. But I think she's trying to redeem herself in some way, shape, or form. This is why she's been with Kanye for so long. She's had a couple kids. I think that she's settling into being a wife now. I think that the thought door maybe she's closed that thought door. You know, that thought chapter has been closed. But she still does, you know, thoughty shit here and there. But it ain't to the extent of what she was doing before. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she's trying to close that thought chapter in her life, you know? Yeah, she definitely wants to repair her image. She wants to be thought of differently than she has before. That doesn't mean that we forget the things that she's done. We forget the 70-day marriage that she had, or 70-hour marriage that she had. What was it, 70 hours that she was married? You know? Like, we don't forget those things. She realized that she could upgrade from Chris Humphries to Kanye West. And she took that opportunity, you know. Don't necessarily mean I agree with it, but you know, that's just how life can be at times, you know. These women take opportunities and they run with it. We as men, we should learn to avoid opportunists. We remember. The internet remembers. It was 72 hours. It was 70 days. I don't know if it was 70 days. I think it was hours, because they got married and they broke up like maybe a couple days later. I think they were they. Okay, were they dating for 70 days or were they married for 70 days? I may have to look it up. Let's see. Hold on a second. Well, they was married. They were married for 72 days. And I think the reason why it took so long for them to divorce was because I think they broke up sometime in the middle of 72 days. Yeah, said that. To me, that's still a goddamn shame. That to me is a shame. Like, now I don't think she got any money out of Chris. I just think she wanted out of that marriage. No, I had the hours and the days mixed up, but I looked it up. It was 72 days. But I think the reason why it took so long in those 72 days is because she was trying to get out that marriage. And I think for a time he wouldn't really grant her the divorce, but he relented and ended up giving her divorce, you know. Yeah, it was less than 3 months. You know, Chris wrote a blog about it, you know, and, you know, people taunted him over that shit. They taunted him, you know, a lot during that situation, after that situation. But I think for his mental health, it may have been better, you know. Yeah, Brittany was married for 72 hours. Okay. Then, yeah, I think I had that mixed up. Well, I guess the phone line is over. Nobody's gonna call in on this topic. So, yeah, Chris Humphries wasn't the same since that situation. He was never really the same. You know, he was a bit done for, you know. It was a bit done for. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in, man. This wasn't going to be a long stream. I just wanted to get this topic out because I just wanted to know what was the big deal about her funding what was actually helping black people get out of jail or get, you know, do away with those sentences they had. Now, Chris Humphries retired. He retired... it was recently, but he's been retired for a little while. I think he might have recently retired, but he's living like a quiet life, man. He's done with being an athlete, you know. Yeah, he's done with being an athlete. All right, people. Salute to everybody for coming through. I will see y'all on another stream. Make sure y'all go and check out the video that I posted today and put that in the chat. Make sure y'all go and check this video out. All right. And y'all have a good. Make sure you follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram as well to get notifications. All right, make sure y'all get those notifications. Because I noticed that people will be here on certain shows and other shows because they're not getting notifications. You got to click the notification button in order to make sure that you don't miss a show. Okay? I'll see y'all on the next show. Y'all have a good night.